Now we will spend some time talking about workflow clarity. We all find comfort while relying on the same workflows to do our jobs. But when you inject a new source of content into an existing workflows, many times your productivity is compromised. While all these new sources of content remain unclear, we need the ability to streamline these sources into our existing workflows and also create new workflows. With the exciting availability of these new data sources, from microsatellites to UAVs to mobile mapping systems, we need a clear strategy for fusing these sources into our existing and new workflows. With hundreds of new UAV manufacturers entering the market every year, along with the new policies, at least in the United States, that have opened up the skies for these UAVs, we both have a challenge and an opportunity to streamline and automate the workflows associated with going from the sensor to information.
We jokingly often say you needed at least a PhD to process a certain amount of data. Today, everybody can do it.
UAV data collectors know that their offering has to be competitive.
We believe that cloud processing plays a key role in the new business models, and we need new business models.
The market is changing, and that Hexagon and Hexagon Geospatial is able to address these changing markets and continue to deliver benefit to its customers. UAV technology today is, of course, still an emerging technology, and we see on a daily basis an ever-growing offering out there in the marketplace, both for hardware and also for software. We are using UAVs because they shorten processing time, they ease access to certain difficult areas, and as that, it's a logical consequence that you want to process the data faster than anyone else or faster than the traditional methods of data acquisition.
Red Catch entered the UAV space with the goal to make it easier for data collectors to process their data and to deliver information to their customers. We are using Hexagon Geospatial lightweight application.
Geosystems enables Red Catch really to optimize the already existing photogrammetric service portfolio. We think UAV business means really a smart combination of UAV data itself, and very important, the derived information. All this has to be fast, easy, and reliable. This is the challenge. The Geosystems solution enables the Red Catch's customer to process the UAV data autonomously without any additional investment, and unfreezes Red Catch to focus more on value adding on the data instead of just processing the raw data. For the customer, this means this new technology by Hexagon Geospatial unburdens from expensive hardware and software investments.
Having smart, light applications that allow non-experts to produce very good data with the same accuracy, with the same certainty of standards, with the same certainty of results is something that is very much required in this industry. It will allow us to be faster, it will allow our customers to be faster, it will allow our customers to focus on certain applications, and with that, of course, we are much more flexible to address the needs of our changing environment. I think today, if you are a UAV operator, it's probably not so much about the flying anymore, but much more about providing the information about a certain topic.
By enabling the development of elegant and industry-specific application that can be quickly implemented, Hexagon Geospatial is taking the geospatial industry really to the next level.
With the intent to streamline the workflow associated with sensor to information using UAV sources, I'd like to announce and introduce a joint collaboration with our partner in Germany, Geosystems GmbH. This involves the development and ultimate deployment of a fully automated UAV cloud-based solution. This solution works on Amazon, will allow you to automatically create GIS and CAD-ready data sets that you could ingest into your workflows, such as orthomosaics, point clouds, etc. As part of this workflow, we are automating the process associated with point matching, aerial triangulation, elevation extraction, orthomosaic, but we're also cataloging all of that data and then service enabling that content so you can access it from the web, mobile, and other applications solutions. Let's look at a quick demo of this solution. The first thing you do is log on. Once you log on, you can create a new UAV project or access an existing project. But typically, the first step is uploading UAV imagery. Once again, we support many, many formats when it comes to imagery being uploaded into the system. Once the data has been uploaded, you have to specify the orientation information, which is typically held in a file. You upload that file, and then that information is automatically extracted and applied to each image in the project. Once you set up your project parameters, you have the ability to execute that project, and what happens is it streamlines that whole workflow, okay? Point matching, aerial triangulation, orthomosaic, and ultimately produces those products. You then have the ability to preview those products, run some QA analysis against that data, and ultimately make sure it's ready. In this project alone that you're looking at here, we processed over 1,000 images at 4-centimeter resolution. Okay, that's a lot of data. But because it's on the cloud, we have the ability to streamline and really speed up the productivity associated with that process, leveraging the machinery on the cloud. Okay? So it's not just imagery. Okay, it automatically extracts elevation data, and that data, when fused with imagery, can be used for many diverse applications, both for GIS and CAD, and that's pretty cool. So if we look at the sensor to information workflow, we've taken a very traditional process and fully automated that. And if you look at the explosion of UAVs we now have in the market, with all these UAVs coming out, we have the ability to support them by logging on, uploading their UAV project data, and ultimately streamlining the entire process associated with the sensor to information workflow, producing accurate and reliable data that can be used and ultimately shared with others as standard OGC services, but also as streaming protocols for both imagery and point cloud data. And that's very, very powerful. Let's move on. Moving to the ground, we've also seen a huge explosion in the use of mobile mapping systems. Here you see the Leica Pegasus 2 system. And these systems are very useful for recording, digitally recording, very vast and large stretches of networks, be they transportation networks or utility corridors and networks. Traditionally, field crews would have to go out there and survey that area with paper and pen. That takes a long time. Then they'd have to go back in the office and translate what they collected into their software package. It's just not useful. Now with mobile mapping sensors, we have the ability to permanently capture snapshots of geography and transform a transportation and utility network into a digital experience. If we look at just the United States alone and how much area we're talking about, okay, if we were to achieve our vision of establishing a dynamic GIS, we would have to continually capture and process and integrate tremendous amounts of content into these workflows. That's a lot of work, and that's a lot of data. And you want to make sure it's done in a very performant way so you maintain your productivity levels and operational efficiency. With this year's release of GeoMedia 3D, we are introducing support for point clouds captured from mobile and terrestrial laser scanners. Here you can see a very large point cloud covering a stretch of highway collected with the Leica Pegasus 2 mobile mapping system. And that content is being streamed to this application for the purpose of conducting asset-based management and inventory solutions. Fusing this new content with an existing geodatabase of feature data and attribute data, we then have the ability to run analytics, but more importantly, update the content, the information within a database with these new sources, as we see with this example. Here we have point cloud data collected from terrestrial laser scanners. When we overlay that content with an existing GIS database, we have the ability to update that data using that very accurate point cloud as an authoritative reference source. So we now have the fusion of GIS, which has historically been 2D, to 3D for the purpose of conducting asset management, inventory, and et cetera. So you can only imagine the types of possibilities available to us with these wonderful new sources of content and how we can integrate them into our workflows. And this is just one example with asset management and inventory.